If I'm here in a shell position and I boom, 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 then you see that the overhand is there. You can hit me with an overhand, right? So if I roll under to the other side, you see how my body like naturally shifts and as I roll, and I can turn to the other side. Now that's a reverse shell position. Now. Hey guys, it's Wukong Wilson here, and I wanted to go over something with our wooden ring. We have our Rattan ring here. I use this for boxing training, and I want to explain some concepts, okay? And what the point of using this ring is, okay? So what the point is I want to keep my hands in this small area, right? When you're boxing, keeping your hands kind of on the inside is generally better. Now, I can explain a little bit about the three center lines and your arms being outside, inside, and the different specific positions, but I'll keep it brief, okay? So briefly, right? Hands here is strong. You see where my elbows go outside my shoulders? It's just not as strong. Unless you're on top and you're closing inward like this, then it's a little bit better. But generally, here is one of the strongest positions. And if you notice all of my hand positions for boxing, right? This is a front guard, right? Just like a normal boxing stance, right? Front guard, reverse front guard, right? Closed guard, which is basically, you know, like a high guard. Boom, boom. But it's an active high guard. That's why I don't say high guard. It's a closed guard because one hand is active, right? Super important. So all of these positions, even the shell, when I come to like I'm doing a shoulder roll right here. That's a shoulder roll defense. But even in this normal position, when I'm standing in boxing like this, if I'm moving around, let me get up here. So if I'm moving around like this, right? You see my hands are still here. A lot of people, when they're doing the shell, when they do a shell, they go like this. They go like this. They start leaning back and stuff like that. I'm like, if you actually watch fights and you understand how the shell style works, you'll realize that backwards is really not the way to go. Okay, like Floyd Mayweather disengages and then he moves forward off of the disengagement. James Toney is arguably the best with the Philly shell specifically. Right? Floyd Mayweather did all kinds of styles. He didn't just do the shell. Okay, but James Toney's the best with the Philly shell. That man was forward. He was very aggressive with his style. But anyway, the point is, this is a small area that my arms, and this is an especially small ring, just to let you know. But this is a small area that I'm in, right? Reverse shell, right? I want to talk a little bit about switching positions. Because a lot of people were having a little trouble like switching positions. They're like, when would I use a reverse shell? I mean, I can show you right off the bat. If I'm here in a shell position and I boom, 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 then you see that the overhand is there. You can hit me with an overhand, right? So if I roll under, right? If I duck and roll under to the other side, you see how my body like naturally shifts and as I roll, and I can turn to the other side. Now that's a reverse shell position, which ends up turning into a shield guard if you want to push them off of you, right? This person just threw an overhand, so he came towards me and I went under. So now we're body to body like this, right? And that'll come to here where I'll be like, boom. I'm trying to plug up their arms and keep them occupied so that I have a good position off of this leverage. Like when I'm here and I'm turned over, right? Boom. I'm strong. I'm very strong in this position. It's a great position. So as we explore these different positions, I'll show you a couple of transitions that we'll go through, and just so you guys can feel more smooth in changing from stance to stance. All right, so first of all, again, like I said, the point of this is to transition quickly and easily between all these different stances so that you can find different answers. You find different answers to what's going on, right? So if somebody's throwing a whole lot of punches and you put up a high guard, boom, 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 you see Oh, you see a right hand coming at a low angle? Look, you can come from a high guard, reverse high guard. Close guard, reverse close guard. Let me get my stance. And then I come to a shell guard, and I shoulder roll that one right hand, boom. And then I can go into boom, right? I just threw a right hand, and I kept my hand up because I have my ring, right? Boom, boom, high guard, close guard, reverse close guard, shell, 2, close guard, reverse close guard, shell, 2. That's kind of our first transition that I want you to go through. So look, I'll show you here, right? Get a little bit closer for you guys, right? I'm gonna come to a close guard with the lead hand up. I'm gonna turn over, see I turn my torso, reverse close guard, and then I'm gonna come to a shell, boom. And I'm gonna actually do a shoulder roll technique, not just come to the shell position, but I'm gonna shoulder roll, and I'm looking at him, and I'm gonna shoot this straight at him, boom. You see my arm goes through the ring a little bit, and that's fine. But the main thing is I'm switching my shoulders. I don't want you going like this, boom, boom. You see, I didn't turn my shoulders over. I have no power. I have no power like this. So here, boom, shoulder roll, boom, return with the right hand. I turn my torso. I have power in this punch. I have my hand up. And then I'm gonna come, look, my hand is already up. I'm just gonna bring this hand back like I'm catching a jab or just bringing it back to my face. I'm coming back to a high guard. I'm gonna say a closed guard. I keep mixing that up because I keep saying high guard, trying to explain this to people. But closed guard, reverse closed guard, boom, shell, boom, 2, boom, right? So that's the easiest transition, or one of the first transitions that I teach people. It's fairly easy, it's fairly natural if you have experience. Now, if you don't have experience, all right, let's go back to the beginners, right? If you guys don't have experience, my arms are getting sweaty. This becomes hard to use when your arms are sweaty, by the way. Let's just do front guard, because this is, look, I'm in my front guard, right? Normal, standard boxing position, okay? I know a lot of people talk about my style, and they're like, oh man, this BS won't work. I'm like, dude, you're already doing it, all right? You're already doing it. You put your hands up like this, that's a front guard, man. You're there. And when you play, you see how I turn and I play, boom, boom, right? I did a front guard. I can do a reverse front guard. Now, I want you to stay secure, right? Don't just throw your hands out here and get hit, right? So let's do front guard, reverse front guard, shell guard. Closed guard. And then right back to front, reverse front, closed. Front, reverse front, closed, right? That's our transition for this part. So I'll go with the ring just to show you. I'll probably put some illustrations on here too so you can see the pictures. But here, got front, reverse, close, boom, 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 boom. Pretty easy to understand. You see, I'm just kind of like rolling my hands, right? Relax. Learn how to relax and find these different positions and morph your guard depending on what the opponent is asking you to do. Okay, I want you to be really sensitive to that. Okay, now we have our closed, reverse closed, shell counter, right? Let's say that's level 2. I'll talk to that first. And then level 1, let's say is just front, reverse front, closed guards, okay? Let's do the shell one that I was telling you about where you roll under, right, to reverse shell. So I want you to do a shell guard, okay? I want you to reverse shell, boom. And then I want you to do something really cool with this. I want you to throw an uppercut. We're gonna practice uppercuts with the ring. So when you throw an uppercut, look, you see how this hand comes to guard like this, and this hand shoots, boom. Now it's not really so much the hand. If you notice, I'm turning my body for the uppercut, boom, because that's all it is. That's all it is. Remember, you don't need a lot of room for power. I did a video on this. You need like, bam. Okay, if you see my 1-inch punch, you know that you need like an inch to generate power, okay? You can break a brick, then you can break the face. I don't know what you want to tell me on that, but this, that is enough for an uppercut, right? So I came to a reverse shell, right? I'm not switching my feet, I'm just turning my torso. Okay, I'll move over here. Look. Shell, roll under to reverse shell. Boom. And then I'm going to turn back. Boom. Right? Short upper. Really short upper. Right? I did turn my front foot, by the way. Let me back up so you can see. Shell, right? I got my back foot up. I come to a reverse shell, and I have a turned foot in my back. And then I'm going to turn the front foot, and this becomes a grounded foot. Boom. Shell, reverse shell. Boom, 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 boom. You guys get the idea. I want you to work on that transition, you know, play with it. Now, teaching you the transitions is one thing, but really you should be able to do any transition, anytime. Anytime being the key word, okay? So that means that you need to walk. You need to walk and do these transitions. So let's just do the beginner one, right? Front guard, reverse front guard, closed. That's one of the famous one that went viral where I'm just talking to the camera. That's literally all I'm doing is front, reverse, closed, front, reverse, closed while walking forward, and then I do it backwards. Front, reverse, closed, front, reverse, closed, front, reverse, closed. Now, what does that look like without the ring, right? It looks just like normal boxing. I'm here, front, reverse, closed. It looks like I'm giving them different looks because that's exactly what I'm doing. That's all I want you guys to do. The whole point of this is to give them different looks. And what is a different look? Right? It's a different hand position. It's a different angle. It's a different series of punch options and selections that you have. So that's what the ring gave me. It's just a system of understanding these different positions. But those 3 transitions I gave you, I want them active. I want you to be able to do them while you're moving. Now the roll one, of course, you gotta stop for a second, right? But let's do the shoulder roll, right? The Philly shell, shoulder roll, right? And then, I'm sorry. It's close guard. Close guard, reverse, shoulder roll, boom. You stop for a second for the 2, then you come back, 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 2. You can throw a 2, stepping backwards, you can. You can. I like you going forward as well. Boom, boom, right? Okay, catch, boom, boom. Lost my ring here. Okay, boom, boom. You got me? All right. That's the second one. The third one was our shell, right? Boom, and then roll. Boom. This is the tricky one, right? And then we're gonna do an uppercut. Boom. Now, when you're doing this and moving, maybe you roll back into shell. Boom. 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 Oh, see, I messed that one up myself. I didn't train on this one. I might have to revoke my black belt. Right? Let's try again. Roll left. Reverse shell. Okay, uppercut. Boom. Roll, roll. Boom. Roll, roll. Ha. Roll, roll. Ha. Roll, roll. Ha. So when you're doing this, again, pay attention to your form, get your coordination, see what it's like when you're doing it with the ring, and then do it without the ring. All right? Just relax. Boom. 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 Boom, right? It starts to insert more techniques, right? At the end, I did a check hook. Check hook while moving, right? 1, 2, roll, inside pivot, right? You saw I had a shell guard, boom, and it came down to a closed guard, boom, boom, up, 2, 3, come up, boom. Reverse closed guard, turn them out with a hand carry, double jab, jab the body, boom, 1, 2. Closed guard, 2, 3, 2. Reverse close, hook to body, shell, 2, roll, pull, boom, front guard, boom, 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 boom. You see, like that, it's all stuff that looks normal when you're doing it without the ring, but when you do it with the ring, it teaches you discipline. Okay, that's the whole point of this. So be sure to practice these different techniques and ask me any questions. Please feel free to send me a message. My students that are on my program, definitely send me footage and messages and whatever you need. If you have any questions, I got you. You guys know I'm in your pocket. If you guys would like to become a student, go into my bio or search for, any of just look into my bio. I should have some links, or send me a message on Instagram and I'll be able to help you. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Please like and comment or whatever the algorithm likes. I just like to connect to people. I'm not really about the whole social influencer crap. I never enjoyed that. I just like helping people and connecting to people. So because social media connects me across the world, might as well use it. So thank you for watching. Stallion Jim, I appreciate you. Love you guys. Thank you guys for having me here. Kim Sensei, he's changed my life. We have some really big things coming. We're filming some great footage. We're filming some documentary stuff and putting together some really cool stuff. So I'll update you guys soon on that. Huge update on Kyokushin Karate coming in November. Might be doing something big with karate. And maybe even by the end of the year, I should have something even bigger. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and tune in next time on episode of Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. See you guys.